You're towing a trailer along a 3-lane motorway. When may you use the right-hand lane? When there are lane closures. When there's slow-moving traffic. When you can maintain a high speed. When large vehicles are in the left and center lanes. What's the national speed limit on motorways for cars and motorcycles? 30 miles per hour. 50 miles per hour. 60 miles per hour. 70 miles per hour. Traveling at the national speed limit doesn't allow you to hog the right-hand lane. Always use the left-hand lane whenever possible. When leaving a motorway, get into the left-hand lane well before your exit. Reduce your speed on the slip road and look out for sharp bends or curves and traffic queuing at roundabouts. You're traveling along a motorway. Where would you find a crawler or climbing lane? On a steep gradient. Before a service area. Before a junction. Along the hard shoulder. Large, slow-moving vehicles can hinder the progress of other traffic. On a steep gradient, an extra crawler lane may be provided for slow-moving vehicles to allow faster-moving traffic to flow more easily. You're traveling along a motorway. When are you allowed to overtake on the left? When you can see well ahead that the hard shoulder is clear. When the traffic in the right-hand lane is signaling right. When you warn drivers behind by signaling left. When in queues and traffic to your right is moving more slowly than you are. Never overtake on the left, unless the traffic is moving in queues and the queue on your right is moving more slowly than the one you're in. What's the speed limit for a car towing a trailer on a motorway? 40 miles per hour. 50 miles per hour. 60 miles per hour. 70 miles per hour. If you're towing a small, light trailer, it won't reduce your vehicle's performance by very much and it may not be visible in your mirrors. However, strong winds or buffeting from large vehicles might cause the trailer to snake from side to side. Be aware of your speed and don't exceed the reduced speed limit imposed on vehicles towing trailers. When should you use the left-hand lane of a motorway? When your vehicle breaks down. When you're overtaking slower traffic in the other lanes. When you're making a phone call. When the road ahead is clear. You should drive in the left-hand lane whenever possible. Only use the other lanes for overtaking or when directed to do so by signals. Using other lanes when the left-hand lane is empty can frustrate drivers behind you. You're driving on a motorway and have to slow down suddenly due to a hazard ahead. How can you warn drivers behind of the hazard? Switch on your hazard warning lights. Switch on your headlights. Sound your horn. Flash your headlights. Using your hazard warning lights, as well as your brake lights, will give the traffic behind an extra warning of the problem ahead. Only use them for long enough for your warning to be seen. Your car gets a puncture while you're driving on the motorway. What should you do when you've stopped on the hard shoulder? Carefully change the wheel yourself. Use an emergency telephone and call for help. Try to wave down another vehicle for help. Only change the wheel if you have a passenger to help you. Park as far to the left as you can and leave the vehicle by the near side door. Don't attempt even simple repairs. Instead, walk to an emergency telephone on your side of the road and phone for help. While waiting for help to arrive, stay by your car, keeping well away from the carriageway and hard shoulder. What should you do if you're driving on a motorway and you miss the exit that you wanted to take? Carefully reverse along the hard shoulder. Carry on to the next exit. Carefully reverse in the left-hand lane. Make a U-turn at the next gap in the central reservation. It's illegal to reverse, cross the central reservation or drive against the traffic flow on a motorway. If you miss your exit, carry on until you reach the next one. Ask yourself why you missed your exit. If you think that your concentration is fading, take a break before continuing your journey. Your vehicle has broken down on a motorway. What should you do if you aren't able to get onto the hard shoulder? Switch on your hazard warning lights. Stop the traffic behind and ask for help. Attempt to repair your vehicle quickly. Stand behind your vehicle to warn others. If you can't get your